Hello everybody, my name is Cody Higdom. I am the founder of Saga Swell, and today in this week in Saga Swell we're going to be covering the idea book. So some of you are going to have this big old bar up on top. If you don't, that's no worries. We're just going to go to sagaswell.com/login. That will then prompt you to put in your username and password. Feel free to log in. Once there, you'll be brought to the dashboard where you'll see all sorts of cool features. But today we're going to be covering the ideas. And so what you're going to want to look at are two things: ideas and add idea. So I've obviously already been in here messing around because I enjoy it. And what you're going to see is yours and drafts. And these features are more not fully implemented, but they're designed for when a potential for guest blogging. When someone sends you something through PitchPen, you can look at the drafts in the ideas page or in the post. It's not 100% decided yet, so I just kind of left it in the ideas. So here it's just like the posts on the editorial calendar. What you're going to see is you're going to see a title and then just a summary of it so that you can remember, because you may not actually recall exactly what's all in there. And then like links and citations over here. Also, it can be sorted by dates, or it can be sorted alphabetically by title. If you look at Quick Edit, it's just going to show you a way that you can kind of hide this from other people if you want. Or if you go to Full Edit, you can see exactly what you need to do. The title, this is where your actual stuff goes in there. So this would be like paragraph 1, so-and-so. Ooh, cannot spell. And then here's where you like put in links. So like when I do research for like an idea, like I get like this inspirational idea that's stuck in my head, I can sometimes just write down like, oh, the 60 top ways to improve your blogging consistency. Oh, right. And then like I spell it all wrong. I'm like, don't worry about that. I just keep on like rambling on in my idea book. And so here's where you can write it. Here's where you can put like your citations, your bullet points. So for example, if you want, paragraph, I guess we could just do like a real bullet point. 1 is intro. 2 is the crazy things I think of when I'm singing in the rain. Right? 3, implementing the crazy things I think of. 4, Saga Swell occurs. 5, turns out it's not crazy, it's awesome. And so then this tells you, oh, paragraph 1 is going to be with the intro, number 2 is going to be the crazy things I think about when I'm singing in the rain. And so then you can just go down, and write the articles in here, and this kind of keeps you in line. Another thing that you may not notice is that these are actually expandable, and they're actually awkwardly expandable. You can expand them as far as your screen can go. So I don't necessarily recommend that, but if you want to, you can. And then you can expand this, significantly further down if you really want to. It's not the end of the world if you want to or don't want to. It doesn't matter. It's just sometimes that might help you. I like the restricted space, but some people like more space when they're writing. And so I made that option for you guys. So if you have a new idea, what you're going to want to do is you want to click on Add Idea, and that's where you're going to be going to initially. And it brings us to the exact same spot when you go into a full editor. Crazy idea. Man on the moon. In 2 years, we will have a man on the moon, and the Ruskies, I don't even know if that's how you spell it, won't. Like 3 exclamation marks, because obviously that's like a wild statement. And then again, your citations. You could look up your link, like nasa.com. Gibberish, because obviously this came from your mind. Whatever you want to put in these 2 boxes, it's up to you. It's your idea book. It's not mine. And so then when you click, you can hit Save the Draft. Visibility right now is just a placeholder. The only person that can see your ideas is you. But eventually, remember I was telling you about the potential to create pitches for like guest blogging. This is where this will show up, if that makes sense. And so, like, despite the fact that there's 5 currently, you can only see 3, and that's because 3 of them are yours. And so right now, it's not fully implemented. PitchPen has not been fully implemented in the beta version of this, and so that's why you're going to see a little bit of goofiness when it comes to like, well, what? There's 5, but I only have 3. That's just because the code hasn't all been implemented yet. And that's really the core concept of the idea book, is to get you guys to be able to kind of write your ideas as you have them, or make notes of them, or even just write titles. You know, you can do whatever you want. You could just have this as, you know, list of awesome blog headlines, even, right? And then you can just, you know, list out, you know, 3 ways to make widget X faster, 3 ways to dance easier, so on and so on. I mean, this is up to you guys to decide just exactly when and how and where that the idea book should fit into your guys' plan. And then there you have it. There's really, I mean, if you really want to see it on like, you know, like how it would look on Saga Swell, you can always hit preview. That is not an implemented system yet, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, but you can if you want to. But this is it. This is the core concept of the idea book, and it's designed to drive your guys' creativity. Obviously, some future features is more integration with PitchPen, which hasn't been fully developed yet, where you can kind of transfer your ideas into a pitch for a guest post somewhere else. So if you want to write for Forbes, you could technically send that if there's a Forbes blogger on Saga Swell, you could send this piece to them and say, look, what do you think of this? There's also going to be integration between ideas and the editorial calendar, so that once your idea has gone to the point where you're like, this is a blog post, this is awesome, you can then commit that from idea to a blog post. And you won't go through the rigor, the editorial cycle, because you've technically gone through or you should have gone through the editorial cycle on accident or little by little on the idea book as you started to polish it out. So that really summarizes it. I wanted to thank you guys for watching the whole video. And if you have any questions, you can email me at info@sagaswell.com. And the one question I have for you guys is, what else do you want to see in your idea book? You know, what is really driving you nuts about notepad and pen, or texting yourself the information? What's really driving you on to have an idea book? All right, thanks. You guys have a good weekend.